All right, guys, I promised you a mangrove boat tour, and although we didn't get to go on the one in Koh Chang, we're in Chanthaburi now, and we're gonna go through the mangroves on a boat to a seafood restaurant called Pu Nim, which specializes, as the name suggests, in soft shell crab. Let's go. Okay, so first of all, we've got to get a boat, and we're gonna go through these little mangroves. We end up at this seafood restaurant slash crab farm. Looks absolutely awesome. So there's it's sort of like two activities in one. You get to go to a restaurant, and you also get this nice little boat tour around all the little estuaries in Chanthaburi. Let's take a look. So the restaurant itself's quality. You get off the boat, you've got like a big open air like floating restaurant, then attached to that you've got another proper floating restaurant where you're right on the river, on the estuary's edge. We were going to sit there, but then Vinny's running around like a lunatic, so we're worried about him falling straight in, so I thought it was a little bit safer if we're in the main restaurant. But it's all open air, all big large teak wood tables, so it looks like they have big groups here. You can get beers here and just order loads and loads of different dishes like everyone else is doing, and share between yourselves. But this has got to go down as the most amount of seafood I've seen Helen eat or order in consecutive days ever. So it's only 2 dishes, but yeah, she doesn't usually eat a lot of seafood. So out of pure love for her husband, she's come down and she's going to eat some more seafood. She usually just orders chicken cashew nut in seafood restaurants, and it's usually really, really bad. So I said to her what she should start doing, make it a thing, and she can start reviewing every chicken cashew nut in every seafood restaurant in Thailand. What do you think? I've ordered soft shell crab in a clay pot, Ob Woon Sen Pu Nim. I've also ordered Finley and Helen some deep fried sea bass with garlic and black pepper. And then I've also ordered a Krapao Bamuk, which is stir-fried squid with holy basil. I'm also gonna have to get an oyster, at least one oyster, because that is what I was told to get before I got here and forgot to order. All right, first dish has arrived, and it's the squid Krapao. Now, I'm not entirely sure why I ordered this. I wanted some squid because I ordered squid at the last seafood restaurant yesterday in Koh Chang, and they forgot the dish. So I ordered some squid, and she was not rushing me, but I was getting a bit under pressure, so I just said Krapao. I asked for it spicy. It doesn't look too spicy. Got lots and lots of Krapao though. Oh, actually, yeah, we got some chilies. We definitely got some chilies. Quite a lot of squid. They always leave the skin on the squid here, the purple skin, which I find a bit odd, but yeah, sauce looks quite thick, lots and lots of oyster sauce by the look of things, loads and loads of Krapao, loads and loads of squid. All right, I'll try and get a bit of everything on there. Chili, squid and rice. Bottoms up. Woo. All right, that is spicy. There's loads and loads of green chilies in it. We're off to a good start. Lots and lots of oyster sauce, a little bit sweet. Squid is actually cooked to perfection. A lot of the times, the squid comes up a little bit rubbery, where it's been overcooked. But here, not overcooked at all, perfectly soft. I thought it was going to be tough even with the skin on, but it's not. Every bit of squid I got on Koh Chang was overcooked. For me, I'm not saying like some Thai people like it, very well done, but no, off to a good start. Winner, squid Krapao. If you've not had it before, Because I was surprised when I did an Instagram story and the amount of people told me they'd never had a squid Krapao. You should try it. All right, next up we got the fried sea bass, like capon, with black pepper and garlic. Oh, all right, guys. Obviously, as you can see, I'm not at the restaurant anymore. Had a bit of a technical malfunction, and when I say technical malfunction, I mean I forgot to change the batteries in my microphone. So I got back in the last 10 minutes of the review of the Mangrove Restaurant. There was no sound whatsoever. So I thought I would get in my studio, or just my housing village, and finish off the video for you. I'm going to be doing a few more videos like this, if that's something you're interested in, because Bangkok is now in lockdown. I can't go and sit in any restaurants, so I thought I would just go through some old footage. But let's, for now, crack back on with the video. So where were we? So I just ordered the snapper with the Prik Gratiem. So Prik Gratiem is usually find it with pork, and it's usually like deep fried pork with like a black pepper and garlic marinade with some crispy garlic on top. Whereas this, and that's what I was expecting from this, but we actually got like big fat chunks of snapper in a thick soy sauce and local black pepper sauce, and it was absolutely incredible. Absolutely blew the squid Krapao away. It was without doubt the best dish we ordered, actually, probably on the whole trip. That includes Koh Chang and the rest of Chanthaburi. It was a seriously good dish. So one of the reasons it was so good is because of that local pepper. So Chanthaburi is famous for pepper, growing pepper. So they've got black pepper, they've got white pepper. You can buy it in pretty much every shop. You can buy it in the markets in the main town, and they actually sell their own pepper from their own farm at this Mangrove Restaurant. So they've used that, and it gave it almost, like, it's going to sound stupid, but almost like a sort of pepper sauce that you'd get with like a steak in a steak restaurant back in England. It was seriously good. Really savoury. You had chilies in there, spring onions in there, and these fat chunks of like floured, deep fried snapper fillets, which were really good. Again, cooked to perfection, really meaty, really flaky. So yeah, that was a top dish. I didn't actually film any oysters, but trust me, you've got to get these oysters. These aren't your average Thai oysters, the tiny little ones. These are absolutely massive, and they're doing them, or they're farming them in the estuary where the restaurant is. So they're super fresh, really delicious. I just had mine plain with a little bit of Nam Jim seafood. Mwah, absolutely fantastic. Now the last dish, and the dish that I actually went there to get, well, it wasn't the dish that I went to get, but it was the ingredient that I went to get, which was Pu Nim. So the shop, or the restaurant, is called Farm Pu Nim. Pu Nim means soft shell crab, so that's what they're famous for, that's what they farm there, and that's what I went there for. Now I made a slight mistake, because I ordered, which is usually one of my favourite noodle dishes, Ob Woon Sen, which, if you don't know, is glass noodles in a clay pot. Usually get it with crab or prawns. I got it with soft shell crab, and it wasn't bad. It was actually really good, but after trying the Prik Gratiem, the one with the pepper sauce, I would think that the soft shell crab would be so much better in that sauce, and I was just wishing as I was eating that's what I'd ordered. But as a dish in itself, not bad at all. Like I said, you get glass noodles, just with a little bit of ginger, some soy sauce, sesame oil, again, local pepper. It's all really simple. You get some Nam Jim seafood to put on the top. You've got loads and loads of soft shell crab. And this was actually quite unique, as it came with like an egg topping, which I haven't seen before. It's like a steamed egg topping. Ob means to steam, so it's like ob steamed in a pan. So it's like half fried, half steamed. It's a really traditional Thai Chinese dish, and it's one that you should definitely get. I'll list a couple of places in the description where you can get it if you're in Bangkok. But yeah, I probably wouldn't order that again in this particular restaurant, because I think it would have been better suited to like pad bong gale or the garlic and pepper sauce, as I said. All right, guys, sun's starting to set, so if the exposure is changing here, my apologies. I'm going to wrap this up. Farm Pu Nim is an absolute must. If you are going from Koh Chang back to Bangkok, even if you're not stopping in Chanthaburi, you have to stop here. It's about half an hour from Koh Chang, from the ferry pier in Trat that goes to Koh Chang. And it's about half an hour from Chanthaburi, so it's like bang in the middle. The actual area is surrounded by like rubber trees and palm trees, but the mangrove place itself, with the boat trip going through all the mangroves, the restaurant itself is amazing. As I said before, all on like a big floating raft. They've got a farm behind. Price wise, it's typical Thai seafood prices range from like 150, 180 a dish to like 220, 320. But that's the sort of price range for what you get. Like, portions were massive, super fresh. For me, this is an absolute must. If you're going anywhere near Chanthaburi or Koh Chang or Trat for that matter, you have to stop at this place. So as always, I will link the Google map in the description box below so you know where to go. It's a really easy drive, as I said, from Chanthaburi or Koh Chang. You go through this little village kind of thing, with all like wooden houses, like Chanthaburi Old Town, but this is really not touristy. So you go through all of that, sort of driving through this town for like 5 minutes, and then you'll see big signs for it. You pull up and there's like a fruit shop and a little restaurant, a little shop selling cashew nuts and stuff, and they will guide you onto the boat, and it's like a 10-minute boat trip, which is worth the trip alone just to go on the boat trip. The fact you get to go to this good restaurant at the end, perfect. But guys, I've spoken on a little bit too much, so I will wrap it up there. Thank you very much again for watching. If you made it to the end of the video to see this bit, what did you think? Should I do some more videos out here about Bangkok or some other places that I've been? I was thinking of doing one about Nan tomorrow, so let me know if you think that's a good idea or not. To all of you not subscribed, please consider doing so. If you found this video interesting, hit that bell notification, and please guys, I never ever plead with you to do anything, but please share these videos, share them with your friends, share them on your social media if you think that people will find value in them, because for some reason YouTube just are not showing my videos. So please share them. Let's get this out there, and let's continue to grow this channel together. Thank you very much again for all of your support, and I will catch you in the next one.